Good Wednesday, everyone. Well, the dreary weather continues across Iowa today. Rain and, yes, snow showers look likely. And let's talk about who's going to see the snow today. And once again, we're talking about a rain-snow mix. So it could be starting to snow, but then change to rain later today, or you could have rain and snow falling at the same time. So for the morning commute, who's going to see that rain-snow mix? Anywhere from Omaha on up to Sioux City, over to Fort Dodge, Mason City. I think it's all rain, Des Moines, Quad Cities, Waterloo. But notice some type of rain or snow shower activity are going to be around. Now, gaps, so some could miss out, but it's certainly a possibility for the morning commute. And notice it's that rain-snow mix around Sioux City. And I will say, earlier in the day, you have a better chance of seeing snow than rain. But as we go into the afternoon, it's more likely to be rain than snow. So keep an eye on Sioux City, okay? So you're seeing that shade of purple and blue over Sioux City, 8 a.m. this morning. But look what happens when we jump ahead to 1 o'clock this afternoon. Notice it's the green showing up over Sioux City, indicating that it's more likely to be rain than snow at 1 o'clock. Could there still be some flakes of snow? Yes, but it's more than likely going to be rain at that point. Same thing for the Omaha area. And in general, I think it's around lunchtime that activity is going to be peaking across the state. Notice it's still rain, Des Moines, Waterloo, Quad Cities. You're still in that rain-snow mix zone in Mason City, but even there, it's probably more likely as we get into the afternoon that it's going to be falling as rain. So let's talk about the homebound commute. And notice that rain is still a possibility, but not quite as widespread. And I will say there's no chance of storms today. It is all going to be light to moderate showers, and it'll probably rain and stop for the eastern part of the state. Big difference in winds across the state. Man. In the western part of the state, around Sioux City, gusts are going to be around 45 miles per hour this afternoon. Meanwhile, on the eastern half of the state, around the Quad Cities, gusts are only going to be around 15 miles per hour. So a tight wind gradient across the state. So, for example, Waterloo, Mason City, you're more likely to see gusts 25, 30 miles per hour because you're in the in-between. So very little wind to the east, a whole lot of wind, up to 45 mile per hour gusts to the west. This evening, the chance of rain and snow flurries continues, but notice 9 o'clock, not a whole lot going on. It does look like we're going to catch a little lull in the activity now. It's going to stay breezy tonight in the western part of the state and through the day tomorrow, but you are going to be catching a break from the winds once the sun goes down. Let's jump ahead to 1 a.m. and temperatures are going to be dropping, so places that haven't seen any snow yet finally have an opportunity. 1 a.m., the chance for a rain-snow mix begins around the Waterloo area. And finally, early tomorrow morning, yes, we could be seeing a rain-snow mix around the Quad Cities as well. Not as much activity tomorrow as today, but the chance is still there. Not for the western part of the state, but for the central and eastern part of the state, chance for precipitation continues. This is the best chance of seeing some snow around Des Moines. Again, it's probably going to take that true rain-snow mix for the eastern part of the state. And still not much wind for the eastern part of the state, but staying breezy out west. Yeah, jump ahead to lunchtime. And notice that activity mainly across the southern portion of the state, already past the peak of the activity. And I know I've been talking about snow in various locations. At most, in the central and western part of the states, a few spots can see up to an inch. Most are going to see less than that, and particularly in the eastern part of the state, there are going to be more folks that are probably missing out than anything, or maybe just seeing a quick dusting. Maybe a quarter of an inch. But at most, central and western part of the state, we're talking about an inch of snow. That's going to be the peak of it. Finally, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, all the activity just in time for the homebound commute is going to be clear of the area. No more rain to talk about. Let's finish up talking about temperatures. And the reason why we're going to see a rain-snow mix in the western part of the state today, not the east, is temperatures are going to be warmer. Quad Cities, we're going to hit 51, which is normal for this time of year. But notice 45 in Waterloo, 39 in Mason City, only a high of 40 over in Sioux City. And now tonight, temperatures are going to be a little more uniform across the state. We're looking at temperatures that are mainly going to be in the mid to low 30s. It's also pretty close to normal for this time of year, nothing crazy. Tomorrow we're going to flip-flop, and actually the western part of the state is going to be the warmer part of the state as a warm front approaches. It actually is going to hit 53 in Sioux City. Meanwhile, in the Quad Cities, only a high of 42, and actually staying in the low to mid 40s across much of the state.